What up YouTube? This is DMB Moto Me. Welcome back to the channel, bringing you guys another great video. Wanted to take this time in 2025 to introduce you guys my bikes. I have two bikes that I personally ride. Those are the Ducati Monsters, representing Ducatis as always. I love the Monster series, guys. So this video is all going to be about my two Monsters that I own. The very first one that I started on riding was the Monster 797 2017 year. It was a white color, very attractive, white and red with the trellis frame. I had that bike for one season, got it in the beginning of the year and sold it by the end of the year. So my whole spring and summer was, I used that bike to ride, and I spent, I would say, a lot of time, almost 4,000 miles on it, maybe, just about, in that season. And I went all over DMV, back roads, a little bit of a highway, was not a big fan of it, and definitely the Skyline Drive, which is in the mountains. And that's where I figured out and found out about myself that my type of riding was in the back roads, in the mountains. Highway, not so much, but that bike was capable of, doing highway stuff, which is great. Once that bike got sold, man, I was eager to get another one. I'm like, man, I need to, get a bike again, because I was without a bike for maybe just about a month, maybe. And I was already, looking up different bikes, what my next bike was gonna be. Yes, I was looking at other than Ducati as well, but my primary goal was to kind of stick with the Ducatis. But I did keep other bikes as an option, like the MT07, 9, even the 10, because they have the different riding modes. So give me the option so that I can always tune it down, get used to it, just like what the Ducatis offer on the bigger trims. And what else I was interested in was the CBs. Yeah, the naked CB 1000. Man, that thing was so nice looking. And then I believe even the 600 was those were as my backup plans. My first initial was always the Ducati, and I was actually more want to go up step by step. 821 was my first option. What's up, man? But then my brother, convinced me to just go for the 1200. He's like, you're gonna use the 821, maybe want to upgrade again next year. Why not just get the biggest and have that? And I'm like, yeah, but obviously I had no experience with the mid-range bikes at that time. Now, if I am to suggest to anyone, depending on the type of riding they do, I can definitely suggest whether you want to go full-on 1-liter bike or stick to the mid-range. Pros and cons on both ends. But anyway, my research started, obviously, on Craigslist and Marketplace. There were a couple of options for the 821s and then the 1200. And then I also had to look into my budget, whatever suits me the best. Because, I didn't want to spend too crazy amount. I had some cash in hand and a couple saved. And I believe, yeah, we did buy it on cash, obviously. It's a private sale. So everything was going well. There was one deal. The guy was out of country. He was coming back. But for some reason, the deal wasn't going through. He kind of backed off. But in the meantime, within my same budget range, I found one that is standing in front of me right now that I wrote here today for a deal that was in my budget range. And usually if you look at the marketplace, they're still rolling for the same price. And some bikes have more, just carbon fibers and performance upgrades. That's why the price might be a little bit up and down. But other than that, if it's a stock bike for base 1200, you're looking at around 6,500 to 8K, sometime 9, depending on the mileage. My bike that I got was low miles. It was not even 4,000 miles. It touched 4,000 once we rode all the way back home from Pennsylvania. So that was another great story. This bike has a great story, which I'm gonna discuss on a different video. Otherwise, this video is gonna be too long. So yeah, this bike came from Pennsylvania. It was in stock condition. I just 1 or 2 cosmetics upgrades, I believe, and everything else was, stock. Oh yeah, it did have a SC exhaust on it with the heat wrap. So at first, the heat wrap looked really nice. But then one day I had to get the rear brake recall done, and the Ducati dealership had to take it off and they did not put it back. But I did get compensated for the wrap cost, even though I didn't put it on. But I paid for it when I bought the bike, So yeah, then I got this Monster, man. I've been having it since now for like 2 years. Rode a lot of miles on it, went through a couple tires. Always kept the Rosas on this one. Whereas now I kind of shifted to different tire brand, just because they last longer. These guys, not too long, man. 4,000 miles, the rear is gone. You're done. You need a new one. The front one still kind of gives you more than 4,000 miles. Maybe I would say around 6 to 7 before it also needs to be changed. So the best is when on a Ducati Monster, because the level of power it has on the low RPM and you're constantly using it. Whenever you change the back, just change the front too. And going to the dealers or the shops, they charge you a good amount of money to do the tire changes. So that's why just pay the labor once instead of going in twice for the labor and get it changed. And my recommendation, in fact, actually is find a good riding buddy. Look, join the Facebook group, man. There are people there doing these kind of jobs from the garage, and they got all the equipment and everything. That's where I started going. You know, help them out too, and you know, you save some bucks too. So that's my experience with the maintenance, tires. But rest of the other maintenance, chain cleaning, tightening, I haven't done it myself, but I got it done once or twice from the shop. Oil change, keeping the bike clean, make sure the coolant level is in, all of that you can do yourself. Brake fluid, you can do yourself too. My brother helped me once, and I went to my friend's place, who also was a Ducati owner in the past. So he helped me, all of the oils, clutch and the brakes. So maintenance has not been an issue for me. It's been actually, naked bikes very affordable. Yes, and it's a Ducati. A lot of people say, oh man, Ducati's, you know, expensive. But naked bike, cheaper, man, cheaper. Streetfighter, I'm not too sure about that yet because I haven't owned one, but I'm really looking into it. And also on top of it, another great advantage of having the naked bike is the insurance from Progressive or whatever. You're not looking at too much. Maybe full coverage, looking at just about $150, and just liability will be under $100. And that actually includes your gear and everything. So I was pretty hyped about that and excited because I was saving money while owning this bike and another one now. So let me just do a walk around of this bike. It's amazing, kept in very nice condition. And if anyone's interested, you know, reach out to me, guys. I'm your buddy. This bike is for sale. All right, let's try using the Insta360 X3 to show you guys the bike. Let's get from the good side because the sun is setting, so we want to be on the light side. All right, guys, this is the bike. Look at it. Those tank grips are custom cut by me, so they do fit my legs. Oh yeah, I did the front lights as well and a LED bulb inside. Obviously the windscreen put up by me and the bar end mirrors all by me. Very simple work. This lever I changed it to a shorty by me. Yeah, overall maintenance on this bike is very easy. On the 1200 for the year 2014, the decals, they're like rubber stickers. So obviously after a while they do come off. So I just peeled them off and went to eBay and got Ducati decals. The tail tidy, I got it like this from when I bought it from Pennsylvania, so kind of got lucky. You know how down it is. Never got any issue by the cops. Obviously not a crazy rider either, but yeah. I try to keep my tires clean, but this one needs a little bit of a wipe down from the inside because I did put chain lube not too long ago and then went on a ride 24 hours later. So that is what I recommend. If you put chain lube, guys, don't ride until 24 hours. Let it sit in. So yeah, guys, very beautiful bike. I love it. There's a lot more you can do to these bikes. You know, I just haven't done it to this bike. And next bike that I'm going to show you guys is my second Monster. Just make sure you guys follow this channel, subscribe, and comment below what you like about my Monster and what you guys ride. And if you are not a rider yet, what do you wish to ride as your beginner bike? And then eventually, what do you want to progress to? Guys, bike riding is great. I got into it about 4 years now. Been loving it. I was a car guy, but you know, eventually Corona hit. My car that I wanted was so expensive and the price was going up. I couldn't afford it. My brother was like, yo, just put the money towards the bike, and that's how I got into bikes. And don't get me wrong, I always loved bikes. I always wanted to be a rider. I actually had my license back in 2012, but never got a bike. And my brother was riding without a license. I told him, bro, I got the license now. We're gonna be doing proper riding. You need to get your license so we don't get in trouble and all that. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like, comment, and share. Next video will be my second Monster. And we're gonna go over the story of that and the upgrades I've done to it. And then one day, as you guys continue following me, I'm gonna go over all my gear and all my gadgets that I use for recording. There's a lot of work that goes on to these videos, So make sure you guys like, comment, share, and stay tuned for the future updates. All right, guys. Peace out. Thank you.